So, hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our today block activity, which is the previous conference for SIG infra project. But before we start the we have third like to lead the short prayer. You know, we request all to stand and watch it. That's great. Father God, we thank you as we go to you us with us in the middle of our continue to us. Thank you for the blessings of God. Thank you for this and I can pardon the community to accomplish this private rights of infra projects and so both as a kid us, our mind as a guide and blessed Lord of the simple of this is a classic question. Amen. Thank you, Dr. Klein. The proceed with the previous conference for today. We have we request Ma'am LA to have the roll call attendance.
Good morning, roll call for attendance for private conference. Our bank chairman, Engineer Cheryl Ann Gonzalez, bank vice chairman, Cobencio M. Pada Jr., bank members, Clyde M. Estrella, Engineer Balu N. Lunes, representative from the planning design section, Architect Jonathan B. Tamayo, RTWG, Ma'am Jessica M. Orgizan Sagul, Head of the Back Secretariat, Engineer Leoncio Esteban Jr., Back Secretariat, yours truly, Charibet Anstraso Garcia, Back Secretariat, Raven Joy Q. Marquez, Back Secretariat, Freddie Dominic M. Bersamira, representatives from the Planning Design Section, Engineer Mary Blaze Gala, Engineer Mary Jean T. Arquitola, another Back Secretariat, Mr. Ranuel Gregorio, and from our TWG, Engineer John Roland Tapigo, Engineer Mark Joseph D. Calica, Engineer Randolph Villanueva, and Engineer Adelaide C. Hapson. From the Bank Secretariat, Engineer Anaseto P. Andrade III, Ms. Jennifer P. Beguas, and also from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Nancy Tong L. Wood. We have no representative from the prospective bidders. We have a quorum. Okay, good morning, everyone. Since we have a quorum, I now call to order the private conference for 6 intra projects for 2024.
Again, good morning, everyone. And for today, schedule for the previous conference are the six infra projects, namely the for project ID for project ID 24A00 52, 24A0017, 24A0073, 24A0080, 24A0081, and 24A0. This previous conference begins at least 12 days before the deadline for the submission and receipt of fees, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the earliest posting of the invitation to be. This previous conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the project of the procuring entity with the prospective bidders, the eligibility requirements, the technical and financial components, including the questions and clarification raised by the prospective bidders before and during the previous conference. The first agenda for this previous conference is the brief presentation explanation about the 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 project, the scheduled project for this previous conference to be discussed by the planning engineers. Okay, you can now proceed in the discussion.
Ano mo? Switch off.
Good morning. For the first project, 24AE0052, construction, maintenance of flood mitigating structures and drainage system, construction of flood mitigation structure along Barangay Namaltugan, Sudipen, Lima, with an ABC of 29,250,000. Calendar days of 209. For the reference and attachment, here are the data. And for the typical cross-section of the flood control. For the items of work, we have facilities for the engineer, provision of field office for engineer, other general requirements for both billboard, DPWH and COA, occupational safety and health, mobilization. For finishing and other civil works, we have cement plaster finish. For reinforced concrete, structural concrete, 3,000 PSI Class A 28 days, reinforced steel, deform, grade 40, and formworks and false work. For the earthwork, we have clearing and grubbing, structure excavation for common soil, embankment from roadway or structure excavation and embankment from barrow. And for the bank and slope protection works, we have grouted riprap class A, structural steel, sheet piles furnish, and structural steel piles 3. For the next project, we have 24AE0080, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Santa Rosa de Lima Street, Lisur, San Juan, Laon, with an appropriation of 20 million. ABC has submitted of 19,800,000, with a project duration of 185 calendar days. For the location of the project, we have sa gilid po ng San Juan Jimbo. These are the perspective of the project. For the ground floor plan, and for the second and third floor plan. For the items of work, we have the general requirements for DPWH and COA billboards, occupational safety and health. For the earthwork, we have the removal of the tree, removal of structures and obstruction, structure excavation for common soil, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, and gravel fill. For structural concrete, we have structural concrete 3,000 PSI Class A 28 days, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, and formworks and false work. For the finishing and other civil works, we have the plumbing works, ceiling, for the frames, doors, aluminum glass window, roll-up door, fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 26 for ridge or hip rolls, fabricated metal roofing accessories, gauge 24 for gutters, repainted metal sheets, glazed tiles and trims, cement floor finish with floor hardener, cement plaster finish, painting works, sage binan loading 150 mm, including the reinforcing steel, structural steel and railing. For electrical, we had the conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board and main and branches breakers, and lighting fixtures. So good morning everyone. For the next project, we have here the 24AE0070 construction rehabilitation of water supplies, septage and sewerage rainwater collectors construction of water system, PNP Region 1, Barangay Parian, San Fernando, La Union, with an ABC of 4,900,000, calendar days of 120 CD. For the scope of work, we have here the drilling of another water source, installation of new pipelines, construction of pump house, rehabilitation of the existing reservoir, and finishing works. For our program of works, we have here the references and attachments, construction materials price data, fourth quarter, CY 2023, equipment cost based on the 26th edition of Accelerate as per memorandum of Under Secretary Maximo L. Carvaja, canvas prices of materials, hauling cost, analysis of materials, updated labor cost as of December 2020. For the detailed breakdown of component for each item, we have here part with other general requirements. Permits and clearances, project billboards for DPWH and for COA, occupational safety and health program, mobilization, demobilization. For the part A, earthworks, clearing and grubbing, removal of structures and obstruction, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from structure excavation. Next is for gravel field. For the part B, plain and reinforced concrete work, structural concrete, 3,000 PSI class A 28 days, reinforcing steel, formworks and false works. For the finishing and other civil works, we have here the fascia board, lower window, frames, doors, fabricated metal roofing accessories, repainted metal sheets, waterproofing cement bases, glazed tiles and trims, unglazed tiles, cement plaster, finish, and painting works. CHB non-bearing, structural steel. For the electrical, we have here the conduits, boxes, and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures and lamps. Lastly, for the mechanical, water pumping system, and valve and pipe fittings, with a grand total of 4,900,000. So this is the Camp Master Development Plan given by the officer doon po sa PN. So from here, ito po yung bilog po doon, yun po doon po kami mag-drill, doon po yung drilling. And sa block po, doon po yung pipeline going to the reservoir. So ang difference of elevation po nila is nasa 37.34 meters po. Then yung red po doon, kung napapansin nyo is pipeline po, papunta doon po sa admin. Kung napapansin nyo yung kulay green po doon, yun po yung ginagawa ngayon na admin building po nila. So, para doon po yung red top pipeline. Next. So, this is the actual site conditions. Yung source po is nasa left side and the reservoir is the right side. So, meron po sila existing na reservoir which is yan po, concrete. So, this is the isometric view from the pump house. So, ito pong tatlong bilog dito. Cylinder is the existing source. Sa pump house po, ito po yung pipeline niya dadaan po underground. And this one is the PCCP. So, meron din pong mangyayaring pagtanggal po ng concrete dyan for the embedded pipeline. And doon po yung reservoir. So, the master plan po. Ito na po is nakabase na po siya sa Google Earth, Google Map. So, we have here the DOH na nasa baba lang po ng PNP. So, we have here also the schematic diagrams. Kung napapansin niyo po doon po yung submersible pump which is the proposed uh, water source po. Then the proposed pump house. Yung yellow po, yan po yung pipeline kanina na going to admin na pinopropose po. And the rest is for the future na para po sa mga water tanks na implementation and installation. So that would be all. Thank you. Next.
Pleasant morning to each and everyone. For the next project, we have 24 AE0073 titled Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gap SIPAG, Construction of Road, Barangay Nagsabaran, Balaoan Daon. Location of the project, Barangay Nagsabaran, Balaoan Daon yun, with an appropriation of 22 million pesos and ABC has submitted 21,560,000 pesos with a total project duration of 211 calendar days. The target length for the said project would be 0.15 lane kilometer of road and 120 square meter bridge. With a scope of work of construction of reinforced concrete deck girder bridge 18 linear meters and construction of road transition of 0.15 lane kilometer. The program of works has been prepared with the following references and attachment. We have the latest CMPD third quarter 2023, different canvases of materials, holding costs, updated labor costs as of December 2023, and the latest 26th edition of ASEL rates. So for the items of work, we have the facilities for the engineer, the other general requirements, which includes the project billboards and sideboards, DPWH and COA, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization. For the earthwork, we have included here different items, which includes the individual removal of trees, the removal of actual structures of excavation, like PCCP. We have here the bridge excavation, foundation fill, embankment, and subgrade preparation. We also have sub-base and base course, which includes the 200 mm aggregate sub-base course and the surface courses, which is the 200 mm thick PCCP for the transition and 300 mm thick for the approach. We have here the bridge construction items, the concrete railing, usage of RSP grade 40 and RSP grade 60, the uses of structural concrete 14 days, 18 days, having a strength of 20.68 megapascal, structural concrete for the superstructure 27.58 megapascal 14 days, item 4056 structural concrete painting works for the bridge superstructure 4141 formworks forms and forms works. And we also have drainage and slope protection structures. For the abutment protection, we have 5061 stone masonry, 5091B1 steel sheet pipes, and 5171A the drain pipe. So that would be all for that project. Next project, we have 24 EE0081 Basic Infrastructure Program VIP, Rehabilitation of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Lingsat, San Fernando, La Union. Located at Barangay Lingsat, San Fernando, La Union with an appropriation of 10 million pesos, with an ABC has submitted 9,900,000 pesos with a total project duration of 144 calendar days with a target of 1 building. We have here the different scope of works for the said project. We have first the demolition of existing structure, excavation of common soil, construction of new infrastructure, embankment from common barrow, gravel fill of 75 mm slab on fill concrete, 100 mm thick concrete slab on fill with 10 mm RSB reinforcement, steel bars both ways, top and bottom. We also have the roofing, the finishing works, the roofing works, painting works, waterproofing, installation, ceiling works, plumbing works, construction of septic tank, plastering works, doors and windows, railing works, tiling works, electrical works. So in general, matatapos po itong building with that budget. For the preparation of each program of works, we have the different references and attachments used. The latest CMPD third quarter 2023, the latest 26th edition of ASEL rates, the different canvases of rice, holding cost analysis, updated labor costs as of December 2023, and we also have the computation of the estimated project duration for the demolition and the construction of new building. For the items of work of the said project, we have the other general requirements, the project billboards and signboard for DPWH and COA, occupational safety and health. We also have earthworks, the removal of structures and excavation, and obstruction, the demolition of the existing building, structure excavation, embankment, common soil, gravel field. And for the structural concrete, we have 3,000 PSI strength, class A, 28 days, and usage of RSB grade 40, grade 60 deform. We also have here the former said false works. And for the finishings and other civil works, we have the plumbing works, the ceiling, the aluminum frame glass door, the glass windows, the sliding awning and fixed type, frames, doors, fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 26, flashing, and we also have the pre-painted metal sheets of long span 0.4 to 70, the waterproofing cement base glazed tile. So next project, we have 24EE0083, the Basic Infrastructure Program, Rehabilitation of Multipurpose Building, Provincial Government of La Union, Multipurpose Building Annex B, Phase 1, Quezon Avenue, Barangay Sibilia, City of San Fernando, La Union, with an appropriation of 20 million pesos and submitted ABC 19,800,000, with a total project duration of 185 calendar days with a target of 1 building. So for the scope of work of the said project, we have here the finishing works, the embankment of 100 mm common barrow, gravel field, and the different construction of septic tanks, plumbing works, electrical works, blasting works, painting works, doors and windows, steel lover, ventilation works, waterproofing, application of concrete topping, tile works, installation of ACP, aluminum composite panel, and removal of portion of long span wall for lower installation. For the reference and attachments used in the preparation of the program of works of the said project, we have the CMPD third quarter CY 2023, the latest 26th edition of asset rates for the equipment, the computation, estimated project duration, the holding cost, the canvases of different materials, updated labor costs as of December 2023, and the location map showing the quarrying sources. For the items of work of the said project, we have here the other general requirements, which includes the project billboard and signboard for DPWH and COA, occupational safety and health. We also have earthworks, structural excavation, and gravel field. For the structural concrete, we will use structural concrete 3,000 PSI, class A, 28 days. Yan. And reinforcing steel bar of grade 60 and grade 40 deforms. We also have formworks and false work. And we also have finishings and other civil works, which includes plumbing works, other windows, doors, tiles, and we also have electrical works, which includes the conduits, wires, panel boards, and lighting fixtures. And lastly, we have the mechanical, the ventilating equipments, LAMSA. That would be all for that project.
For the next agenda, will be the review of requirement of bidding documents to be discussed by Engineer Roland Nabigo. Good morning. For today's private conference discussion, for the bid box fee for the project 248052, bid box fee of 25,000. For 24800070, the bid box fee of 5,000 and contract duration of 120 calendar days. For 248073, with a bid box fee of 10,000 and contract duration of 111. For 24800080, with a bid box fee of 25,000 and a contract duration of 185. For 24800081, with a bid box fee of 10,000 and contract duration of 144. And for the sixth project,
24 AE 0083, bid talks fee of 25,000, and a contract duration of 185. And here's the back activities for the said 6 projects. First, advertisement of invitation to bid is Feb 22 to Feb 28, 2024. Issuance of bidding documents from Feb 22, 2024 to March 13, 2024. Private conference today, March 1, 2024. And receipt of opening of bids is on March 13, 2024. And the required pickup license for the 6 projects are as follows. Size range, small B, license category, CND, largest single project, less than or equal to 15 million, and allowable range is up to 30 million. And for the minimum work experience requirements for the 6 projects is project manager, minimum 2 years, project engineer, minimum of 2 years, materials engineer, DPWH accreditation from BRS, and foreman, minimum 2 years. That's all.
For the next agenda will be the review of documents to be submitted by the bidders, the explanation of criteria and procedure for eligibility check, detailed evaluation of bids, post qualification and award to be discussed by Raven Marquez.
For the documents to be submitted by the bidders, bid submission may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in details RTB Clause 21 in DEO number 87, series of 2020. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address dpwh.launion1@yahoo.com. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. For the checklist of technical and financial documents, for technical proposal, Class A documents, legal documents, here are the following: valid field job registration certificate. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement of the bidder's singular completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and costs of the contract to be bid, and original copy of bid security. In the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the insurance company or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. For bid validity and bid security validity periods, 120 calendar days from the date of submissions of bids. For project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, list of contractors' major equipment units, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement. For financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. For financial proposal, original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. Original duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities and duly accomplished detailed estimates forms, including a summary sheet indicating cash flow by quarter. For the criteria and procedure for the detailed evaluation of bid, post-qualification, and award, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The box shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid prices: For devaluation completeness, arithmetical corrections, verification of legal requirements, technical requirements, and financial requirements. Thank you.
Here for the next agenda is the other matters. Again, it's to be discussed by General Takigo.
For quality assurance requirements, first, the accreditation of the contractors may be assigned to the project should be valid during the project duration. Second, the contractor's materials engineer should prepare and submit the QCP to this office once they are issued with notice documents or the NTP, and this is to be reviewed and checked by the DPWH materials engineer. All construction materials that are listed with minimum test requirements that are to be used in the project should be subjected to testing or to be issued with certification or whichever is specified based on Volume 2 and Department Order 49, Series of 2021, or the Department Blue Book. All testing of materials is required to check its compliance with standards and specifications before incorporation into works.
For the additional information about these six projects to be discussed by Engineer LA.
If there will be any changes or bid bulletin, we will be issuing a supplemental bid bulletin, which will be viewed at the PhilJEPS and DPWH website. Thank you.
These six projects, the scheduled opening of bids will be on March 13, 2024 at the DPWH Zubud 1 conference room at 10 a.m.
Okay, so I think all the important details and information were already discussed regarding the six infra projects to be bid on the to be opened on March 13, 2024. So if there are no other announcements, are there other announcements?
Our scheduled bid activity will be the opening of bid of 5 projects on March 5, 2024, 10 a.m. at same venue.
Okay, so if there are no other matters to be discussed, I now declare this private procurement activity adjourned. Thank you.